Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Sarah and this is Like So Amazing. Thanks so much for joining me. Today's video is going to be my August makes. I can't believe August has finished already and we're into September. It's been such a beautiful summer, and actually I have to say I know my sewing slowed down a lot, and a lot of other people I know in the UK, they just couldn't really sew because it's been so hot. Kind of last thing you want to do is be sitting in a hot stuffy room with your sewing machine and the iron on. But I have managed to get a few things made. So firstly I'll start with what I'm wearing, and it is my Stevie dress from Tilly and the Buttons. So you can't, if I get a bit closer, you can see this beautiful navy with these little gold dots. Now I can't show you here, but I'm going to put in some clips of it. The whole dress is a border print, so it's a Rifle Paper Company fabric, and when I got it in stock I just fell in love with it, and I was trying to find the perfect pattern for it because it needs something that's really going to show it off and let the fabric do the work. And the Stevie's perfect for that because it's got no darts or anything like that, and it's just kind of like a shift dress kind of shape. So having already made one other Stevie, which I'll show you shortly, I thought this one would be a great make. So I took this as my first project to the sewing weekender last weekend. If you haven't seen my video already, I'll link it, just because I knew it would be a nice easy make and I wouldn't have to concentrate too hard and I could carry on chatting around me. But yeah, I'm so pleased with this. I think it shows off the fabric perfectly. So this border print is beautiful. Unfortunately, it's all out of stock now. I think I knew it was going to sell out pretty quickly, so I did nab myself some of it before it all went. There are some other fabrics from the collection still available though, so I'll link those for you below. And they're all perfect for something like the Stevie that needs a little bit more structure. So I didn't make any changes to the pattern. I kind of just made it exactly as is. I made the size 2. The only thing I did slightly differently was adding a ribbon to close it at the back. I think it just gives it a little bit of something different, a little bit of interest. I have seen a few versions which I have to say, because of people using maybe a light blue fabric or a lighter fabric, it can look a little bit hospital gowny. Sorry to say that, it is a lovely pattern, but I think with the wrong fabric you can just look like you're, you know, heading into hospital. So I think also having the tie in the same fabric can also add to that effect. So that's why on both my versions I've chosen to put ribbons in them. And I think both the versions I've made are absolutely fine and they don't look like a hospital gown. But I just think with this particular pattern you just need to be careful and just think about the fabric choice. But yeah, as I said, really good make. Oh, I did make another adjustment to it, and that is to add side seam pockets. So again, you'll be able to see that in the picture. So all I did was just measure 6 centimeters down from the waist notch and have that as the top of my pockets, and I just chose a random pocket piece from another pattern that I had, cut them out and just added them in, and I think it just makes the dress feel a little bit cooler. I always use my pockets, so if I'm just running out to the post office or something, I'll just shove my keys and my phone in my pockets. I know that's probably bad, but anyway, it's just, you know, it's easier to do that. Anyway, so moving on from this one, so absolutely love this one. This is the first Stevie I made this month. So I made it from this beautiful Lady McElroy print, and it is a cotton poplin. So it's a similar kind of weight. It's probably slightly lighter weight than the Cotton & Steel Rifle Paper Company fabric. Anyway, so again, it made exactly the same changes. It's such pretty fabric. It's on a grey background with these beautiful coloured poppies. And you can see there it's got the separate yoke, and I did it with a matching colour ribbon. So you can see that there. And again, I can show you the pockets in this one. So I just added the side seam pockets again in this one. But yeah, it's been really nice on hot summery days. You can just throw one of these on and just go out the door. It's kind of quite cool and breezy to wear. Sorry, I have made changes and I've just forgotten. So this one also, I top stitched the cuff bands down just so that the overlocking didn't show. Just made sure that all kept it nicely in place. So those are my 2 Stevie dresses. I also had a night out at the beginning of the month that I fancied making a new Ogden cami for. I think they're really good on nights out. You can wear them just with a pair of black jeans and you look really kind of done up without having to go to too much effort, which is definitely my style nowadays. So I made it from another cotton and steel rayon this time. So it's a little bit creased because I actually wore it out last night again. And it's just beautiful. I can't tell you how lovely this fabric was to work with. You know, rayons are normally really, really slippy. They're a pain to cut out. They kind of move around all over the place, even if you've got pattern weights and all sorts. But this was so well behaved. It cut like a dream. It sewed like a dream. I would definitely recommend the Rifle Paper Company rayons. I know they're more expensive, but I can tell you they are absolutely worth it. So I'm definitely going to make more of these. I've got the new Rifle Paper Company collection in, and there's a couple of rayons in that, and they are just beautiful. So I'm definitely going to make, I might actually even make a Stevie top out of one of them. I've actually got it here. Here it is there. So this is the cream colourway. It also comes in a navy. So I think that would make a really lovely Stevie top, which I think for the top you probably do want something with a little bit more movement and drape for it. But I will keep you informed about how that goes. So your standard Ogden cami, I graded slightly larger in the bust down through the waist, which is how I've made them all, and it works really well. But yeah, not much to say about this. They're pretty simple, quick, easy makes, so definitely recommend that pattern. And then the August Sew My Style pattern was the Hey June handmade Halifax hoodie. That's a lot of H's. Anyway, it took me ages and ages to work out what fabric I was going to use for this. I was really undecided until I got this beautiful linen viscose into the shop. And so there you go. You can see that it's really beautiful. So it is a viscose jersey, but it's got a little bit of linen in it. It's such a lovely texture. It's got really lovely drape. Very soft. So I've actually got it in a couple of different colours, but I chose this one to line my hoodie because it goes so nicely with the pink. So it just gives it a really pretty kind of lining to the hood. And I also just use it to bind the front pocket. So I made the version A, which I absolutely love. So it's a slightly longer version with the kangaroo pocket. But you know what? I loved all the versions. So I'm definitely going to make that pattern again. I like the kind of the versions where they sort of twist into the front as well, and I really like the funnel neck, so I can definitely see that I'll make a few more of those as the winter progresses. But yes, the main fabric here is a French terry, so it's that classic fleecy French terry, so soft, it's really beautiful. And I actually chose to use the matching pink ribbing for the cuffs and the bottom band. So I think that works out really nicely. Could have just used the same fabric, but I thought I'd give the ribbing a try. And I just bought a kind of similar colour boot lace to go through it. I don't love that bit of it, if I'm honest. And I might just take it out altogether. What I do find strange is that the placement of the buttonhole where you put the lace through is so high up. I just don't understand why it's so high up on the collar. It's where it's supposed to be on the pattern, but I just find it a bit weird, so I think I might just take that out because it's not really necessary. I mean, I've worn it a ton, so really love it. I'll pop pictures in so you can have a look at it properly on. But yeah, really cute. My little nieces thought it was adorable because they love pink. But yeah, definitely recommend it, and it's been lovely to see everybody Sew My Style makes as well. There was one particularly adorable cat that somebody had made a hoodie for. I'll try and find the picture and pop it in for you, but we all kind of wanted that one to win, but unfortunately we do it randomly, so it didn't win, but it should have, I think. Definitely second place. I've also been doing some more pattern testing this month, so I can't share it with you just yet, but hopefully it won't be too long till I can share that with you. But it's a little kind of tea dress kind of thing. But I can just give you a sneak of what fabric I used, which was this beautiful hibiscus viscose, which is lovely and summery. And there was one other thing that I was really hoping to get finished at the end of this month, but I just haven't had the time this week. So I started this skirt at the sewing weekend last weekend. This was my second project. So it's this, just a really simple gathered skirt out of this beautiful broderie on lace. So it's got all these stunning colours of embroidery on it. So all I need to do now is just hem it, but I haven't got round to it yet. So I will include pictures of it in my September makes video, because it has spanned across the 2 months. So that's it for all of my makes. So I've been nicely busy and I've managed to get a few things made, which I'm really pleased with, and I've definitely worn them all, which has been wonderful. And now I'm starting to get kind of itchy feet for autumn sewing. So I'm feeling like I need to make the Jenny dungarees in the longer length so that I can definitely carry on wearing them, because if my ankles are cold once we, you know, start moving into autumn, then I just won't wear the cropped versions at all. Which, you know, they've been an absolute staple for me this summer. I've worn them to death. Sorry about that, I just had to change the battery in my camera. Hopefully things haven't shifted around too much. Let me know down below what you've been making. I'd be really interested to hear. Don't forget to like the video if you did. And if you haven't subscribed already, I'd really appreciate it if you would. It really helps with the video being able to be seen by other people. But yeah, I'm going to leave you there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.